Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. Watcher Ascension level 9. Bosses are tougher. Last run was a level 19 defect run that was surprisingly good. And before that we had a Watcher Ascension level 8 with super diva form. Random rare. HP plus 7. Transform 2 cards for 7 max HP random boss relic. I do like the random boss relic with getting rid of pure water. It's one energy once, but you can choose when to use it. And the random boss relic could give you anything. It could give you more energy when you exit calm. It could give you... I forget what the Watcher boss relics are. It's either more energy when you exit calm or you enter combat calm. It's one or the other. You know, it could also just be an energy relic, or it could be Snekawai. It's Fusion Hammer. We can no longer upgrade cards, but we have extra energy. This is actually pretty good. The only thing I have to say is that what we want is Lesson Learned. If we get Lesson Learned, this is meaningless, and we get 4 energy. So right off the bat, I think we should go heavy elite path. We can always rest at campfires, and we try to get a lesson learned. If we get a lesson learned, you know, at the first, this is fine. If we get lesson learned at the first boss fight, dude, fine. That's perfectly acceptable. It just has to happen at some point. So I like this. I like Fusion Hammer. There's also other ways around it. We could always get an Apotheosis. I really like Study. We could get an Apotheosis, and with the Apotheosis, we could get every card upgraded kind of automatically. That would be fine. That'd be acceptable. Are we going to Erupt? I think we should. We have the energy to play 2 attacks, and we can always Insight draw into Vigilance if we need it, but I mean, we honestly have the attacks to win. Okay, Just Lucky, Halt, Bowling Bash. I hate these cards. Like, really, I hate these cards. I might take nothing. I might just take a Bowling Bash, though, because it is more damage, especially if there are multiple enemies. I will gain the gold. Again, if we have to rest, we have to rest. I will remove a card. Why not? Let's get rid of a basic strike. I will remove a card. Let's get rid of a basic defense. Just thin it out a little bit and fight Lagavulin. I like Lagavulin here because we can always play Study and Vigilance, and then on the next turn, hopefully draw into Eruption and just smack the crap out of this guy. So Study, Vigilance. Admittedly, the insights are pretty bad for the Gremlin Knob, but I mean, hopefully we just don't fight him. So we need one more attack. I think we should just draw everything. Erupt, strike, strike, Bowling Bash, strike. Now, he's gonna do 40 damage. If we draw Vigilance, we'll be fine. Or we can just kill him. We're not gonna kill him. But you know what? What did I say? If we have to rest, we have to rest. Who cares? You know, I'm okay taking the damage there. Brilliance is nice, but you need Mantra to make it work, but it also is just a very good attack. So it's 2 strikes. So I will take it. Sentries, huh? I hate having only 1 block in this turn. I do like the insights against sentries. You can just draw through the dazes. But we don't have that much HP. Bowling Bash is good damage. It's 21. It's 33 damage. Well, we can't draw an attack. I could just play blocks, like Bowling Bash and blocks. Ugh. We'd still take 7 damage ourselves. I mean, if I Erupt, we're taking 20. So I think you just do that. You can do an extra 5 damage to all of them. Maybe there's a way we could have used Brilliance, but we didn't have an Insight, so we're not playing 3 skills. Wow, this sucks. This is better. We can Erupt, Strike, Strike, Vigilance. We're not killing anyone, but we'd only take 2 damage. So, Erupt, Strike, Strike, Vigilance. Take 2. Eruption, Bowling Bash, or no balls? Well, I guess no balls. Not really going as well as I would have liked so far. I would like another card. Dude, I mean, this is actually pretty acceptable. Not only did we get the... Well, I should have played that earlier. Not only did we get the letter opener, but we did kill an enemy and take no damage, so that's pretty decent. Alright. I knew we had an attack coming up. At least I hoped we had the attack coming up. Ancient T-Set is not what we want. Prostrate is a very minor synergy with... I think you just go for it. Very minor synergy with the Brilliance, and I mean, we took Brilliance specifically so we could use it, so it makes sense to use. But I think this is okay. It does suck a little bit, but we have the Flex Potion, and if we get good draw with Eruption Flex Potion, we might just be able to kill the enemy. Being Lagavulin here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Let's flex. Good. You know, this is exactly why I said we should just go for it. We had the potion, and we know that we can do a lot of damage quickly. I'll take a Talk to the Hand. I will rest once again. We're going heavy on resting and elites, but that's kind of what Fusion Hammer enforces. We have no other way of getting stronger. It's not like I can just play the... I guess we should have attacked. It's not like I can play Lesson Learned. I don't have it. It's not like I can upgrade cards. It's not like I really want the key piece right now. So we don't really have anything else to do except fight the hardest fights we can. They're both good. Foresight's good as well. Innate, Scry 4. But I'm going to take another Prostrate. I really like the free blocks. 10 cards, draw 1. I'll take it. And there's the Gremlin Knob. I was kind of worried about him. However, we actually did get a pretty good turn 1 draw. I don't mind the Eruption State. Well, unless he kills us. So I think we Bowling Bash, Strike, Vigilance. Take 9. You might as well play that to increase the damage of Brilliance and do damage. We actually did draw a card, which we might as well play to get more block, and then we'll get more block. It was actually not a bad combat. He's dead. We'll get Bag of Prep, which is pretty decent. Holding on to this is nice, but if you can't upgrade it, I don't know. Like, without being able to upgrade these cards, I don't know. I need a better block. We'll take it. We'll rest. Hope that we get a lesson learned off of this boss fight. If we get lesson learned, all's forgiven. We know how to win the run. But if we don't get lesson learned, this is going to be very tricky. Prostrate on a deck that can't upgrade. Foresight, please. Methinks Abe likes Prostrate a little too much. I like it for... Well, it's because I have Brilliance. Every time you play a Prostrate, it makes it do more damage. And it's free block. And with Study, we can draw more cards that we can probably play. Study actually does incentivize low-cost cards. So that's why I like it. Am I going to play Study, though? I don't think we need to on this turn. I think we should just block. Well, we can actually flip him. It's extremely risky. We'll go to 2 energy. No, you know what? No. No. Take 3 damage. I want to play Study before we start doing Eruption shenanigans. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we could do this. Might as well. Closer to Divinity and a little bit of extra damage. 9 plus 5. I'd like to draw just like a standard defend. Perfect. I want to keep the safety in hand, especially on a turn like this. He's doing 20. I'll do it. We played a lot of blocks for nothing, but dude, Ink Bottle, it's actually not bad card draw with Insights and Prostrates. So I think we actually have, I think we surprisingly have a decent synergy. All these Smooth Stone also makes them better. Very strange. But it's like absolutely totally working. Take no damage and hit him. Doing 22. Brilliant, slowly getting better and better. Taking no damage, but if I play a safety, I can play 2 strikes. Yeah, like every other turn I'm getting a draw off of Ink Bottle. That's pretty good. Brilliance is doing 28. We can absolutely flip him. Should have probably, well, I should have played Prostrate, but also should have probably, I don't know, done it in a slightly different order, just in case we could get Letter Opener to pop. By the way, you're dead. That's honestly a pretty easy fight there. Lesson learned? You probably want to go Devotion, though. It fits the archetype. Ragnarok's a good card, but we're going to go Devotion, and we're not taking Snecko. We don't really have an expensive deck. In fact, it's the opposite. We have a lot of cheap cards that we want to play, and we just had a couple of Snecko runs recently, so I'm going to say no to that. Do we want Sozu? Well, I do have Toy Ornithopter. Extra energy when you exit Calm can be nice. We already have 4 energy. But 5 energy can go a long way, so I am still going to take Sozu. We didn't pay anything for Toy Ornithopter anyways, it was free, so, you know, the worst thing is that we could have taken the key. Oh well. So 433 gold. I think I will go to a shop. Maybe a couple of shops. Try to find a lesson learned if we can. Spend excess energy to advance Ink Bottle. That's a very good point, Teoham. I will try to remember that, because that is a very good point. There's no reason not to play cards just to advance Ink Bottle, at least to 9. You know, you don't have to draw on your turn, but at the very least get as close as you can. Right. Block. 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 Take no damage. And Ink Bottle's at 9. The first card is going to give us a draw. So, give me draw. Take no damage. Hit, hit. Hold on to safety. I don't think Shelled Parasite is going to kill us. We need to play Devotion. I would like to play Vigilance as well. Fantastic. I don't mind getting the Prostrate off of Ink Bottle, because then you can play it just to give yourself the extra divinity for a future turn, and it just makes Brilliance better for the fight. So there's Prostrate. We have 10 energy. That's too much energy. I could hit you for 27. I would rather not. We're gonna put that safety in our hand instead. We're gonna get draw soon. So let's play the block, just in case we draw something that we want to play first. I don't know what it would be, but you never know. It's a very slow run, but with 5 energy, we can make it happen with an unupgraded deck, at least until we find an Apotheosis or a Lesson Learned, but we gotta find one of those cards at some point. Wallop. We have the energy to make it work. It's a bit expensive, but it's upgraded. And it works well with Wrath and Divinity. So I'm gonna take a Wallop. Ritual Dagger or 99 gold. I really don't like Ritual Dagger. I think it's too finicky to get really functional, especially if you can't upgrade it. It's only 15 damage, even though it can get up to 40. It just doesn't synergize. I want the gold so I can buy stuff. I want to choose my run. I think we need fasting. I think we need to remove more cards. I think we need Sash Whip as well. And I would really like to take Vyra for the strength. We don't have very many attacks. We should probably dump a basic defend at this point. I'll take Vyra. Could take Lee's Waffle, could take Blood Vial, could take a card. I said I wanted Sash Whip, so I will grab it. Blind also works as well. But I think now I'm going to save my gold. I really want to do more on the next shop up here. Try to get more relics, try to get better cards. And because we have to rest at campfires, I'll do that, but I don't love it. Take the dagger. I don't like the dagger. I can make one of you weak. Probably the one that we're trying to kill. We're taking 1 damage right now. I think I'd rather just play Devotion, because by playing Devotion, we make Brilliance better. And there is a possibility that we can... Oh, it's 1 HP away! Oh, but you know what? We can use a strike. There's a possibility that we can... Divinity kill the other Mugger here. So if we do double damage, can we kill you? We can't exit the Wrath state, so we gotta make sure we kill them both, but we can't. Okay. Make sure you die. Study defend. Take no damage. Fast. Draw. Defend. Defend. Talk to the hand. And we're in Divinity state right now. So, you're dead. I mean, that's 48 block when we kill an enemy. That's pretty good. Not when we kill an enemy. It's 48 block when we play that card. Don't want him. Let's fight this elite. Ugh! I mean, Wallop is pretty good. But I think what we need is Fasting Wallop Sash Whip. Unless we want to Erupt Wallop. Ooh, okay, hold on. Eruption. 10 damage. This is another 24. So that's 34 damage. And then this is 26. We can get 26 block and kill an enemy with Eruption. Dude, I think we have to. It's too good to pass up. We Erupt, we Wallop, we Bowling Bash, we can wipe an enemy. And we might want to wipe this one because he's got the most health and we can probably kill him. 10 plus 26 plus 24. I mean, 26 plus 24 is 50. So you know what? We can't wipe you. We can wipe you. 26. Wait, this is 24 now. It will be 48. That's a kill on this slaver on the left. Okay, so we can ice the slaver on the right on the next turn. Just want to make sure I'm doing the math right, you know? Eruption. Bowling Bash. It's 48 damage. Wallop is 26 block. Now we're going to take a lot of damage, but we're only taking 16? It's actually not that bad. You love the sound effect on Bowling Bash. It is a pretty good sound effect. Now, unfortunately, I can't kill you. And we can't draw either. But we can kill you thanks to letter opener, believe it or not. So thank you, skills. Yoink! This is a pretty good elite fight if we're getting out of it this easily. Oh, that was unnecessary, but... Peace Pipe, so we have something else to do at campfires at least. Reach Heaven, Shuffle Through Violence, Retain, Wrath, Divinity. Reach Heaven does make sense to me. I don't love it, but I think I have to not really worry about the types of cards I'm adding in. We have very limited options right now. I mean, this turn plays itself, I think. You make him weak, you Vigilance, you Deceive Reality, you take 2 damage, and you have a safety in your hand. So I think we Fasting, Safety Defend, take no damage. Fasting is going to make a big difference against this guy. Prostrate is still 6 block, which is pretty good. Can we kill him, though? 9 plus 16 is 25, plus 20 is 45? He's not going to put up enough block. A second Reach Heaven. Dude, I kind of like him. They don't do a lot of damage, but we have 5 energy. We can actually play them, hold on to the attack, and then wrath it. So I'll take a couple of them, but probably no more than this. Well, almost certainly no more than this. Fasting. Prostrate. Prostrate. We are going to do card draw right now. I need that through violence in the deck. And if we play 3 skills, he's dead. So if we can play 3 skills, we should. We can't, but we are going to get enough block, I think, on this turn. In fact, that's almost enough block right there. Can I kill an enemy? I can. These attacks are so good. It's like they're actually doing a decent amount of damage. I love it. This is 44 damage. It's not that much of an overkill. I'll kill you and play Devotion. That's a weird sound effect. Make you weak. Defend, strike. Dude, this was actually a pretty good fight. Thank you, Fasting. My lord. That's 28 damage on its own. Yeah, I mean... Oh! It's Divinity. I do like Evaluate. We do need better blocks, even though it's not upgraded. Hopefully it will be at some point. Take the Sapphire Key there. Hope for Apotheosis or Lesson Learned. Well, we can upgrade 2 attacks. So I think you remove a strike, you upgrade a strike and a brilliance, and you say, you know what, that wasn't that bad. Yoshi's Yobroshi. Hello, welcome back. How's it going? Worship is interesting. It's expensive, though, and I don't like Worship being 2 energy. Though you get 3 energy by entering Divinity's state. So if you play Worship, if you play Worship twice, you spend 4 energy to get 3 energy and triple damage. If you play Worship, you can make Wallop activate, you can play your cards in hand. You know, this might be a run to make it work. I'll take it, I'll try it. And honestly, I think I am going to go fight an elite. I think we're okay to fight elites on this run right now. It's not like a super amazing run, but it's kind of working. I mean, I think you just wipe him. It's going to be 3 cards to kill you, unfortunately. Might let you live. And honestly, if you hit me for 1, I don't really care too. Well, why hit you then? Let's hit you. Let's get that through violence into the draw pile. Yeah, because if we have like through violence in low cost attacks, and then we can worship into divinity, all of a sudden that's 60 damage. It's pretty good. I gotta kill you though. So this will do. Well, I mean, we'll kill you. We will kill you. You know, I should kill you with this. It's exact lethal. And then, we're actually taking no damage. It's a pretty good turn. We're gonna enter Divinity next turn, so I don't see a reason not to enter Wrath, because we have Devotion out there. So there's a 60 damage through violence, and you're dead. Nice. This is a very scary run, but it's kind of working. Dude, I'll pray. I think we've decided our build, and our build is Divinity and damage. So I'm going to Toke. I will remove the last remaining strike that's not upgraded. We might leave the other strike in there just because it got hit by the upgrade. Oh, geez. Choose a card to add in, or we can rest and then remove a card. I don't want to remove a card, so I'm going to add a card. Devotion, Vault, lots of rares, Wish, Omniscience, Establishment. We don't retain much, except for the 1 energy Deceive Reality safety. Omniscience, we could play Talk to the Hand twice, Study twice, Devotion twice, Fasting twice. We have 5 energy. This is actually playable. Wish, I think, is not. It's 3 strength right now if we play it. It's not that much. Take mental Fortress on Divinity. It blocks in and out. Yeah, but what is it? Like, you gain 3 to 6 block when you enter or exit a stance. It's still not that much. Vault is an interesting one. I think I'm just going to go Omniscience. It's like, it's kind of an agnostically good card, I think. Because if you Omniscience, like, yeah, you can Vault for stall, but if you draw Omniscience, you've drawn whatever you want in your draw pile, which if you're waiting for powers, you can just play them immediately. Which I kind of like. Okay, so you have many artifacts. We're going to have to get through those. We do have 7 energy. We can play basically everything. We're gonna hit you. We're gonna pray. We're gonna worship. I can only play 1 other card after that. Is it gonna be Reach Heaven or Vigilance? If we safety, we should probably Reach Heaven. Actually, if we do this, we've entered Divinity on turn 1. Interesting. But at least we have the energy for everything. That's actually pretty good. $13. Well, we gotta kill you. We don't need to play everything. I really want to Wallop, though, for the block. But I also really want to play Study. So maybe we should just play Study and Wallop. We can hit you. We're not going to kill you. So if we're not going to kill you, let's put up more block. You took Omniscience. So him taking Omniscience basically means we're not playing it on the fight, because as soon as we draw Fasting, we are going to play it. What did you take? You didn't take anything yet. Well, if you didn't take anything, maybe I should kill the guy on the right. Well, we're not going to kill him fast enough, so I think we should just ice this boy. Maybe we could have killed you first had I known I was going to draw Eruption, but for now... Take no damage. I mean, we've done a lot of damage to the Bronze Automaton already. He's going down. What am I hoping to draw? I mean, if we draw Worship, we can actually play a lot of cards. Okay, now if we draw Prostrate, we can play a lot of cards. We still have a chance of drawing it, so let me play... I could kill you, but I'm gonna play 2 defense. Well, now we can't play Worship if we draw it, so maybe that was a little silly. We're gonna take a little bit of damage. This orb on the right has lived way too long, unfortunately. It's 135. He's dead. I didn't even kill the orb. Like that's what I'm hoping for out of the deck is you just brilliance and you get divinity and you get devotion and you get mantra and then oh hey, all of a sudden it's 135 damage attack. So I'm kind of thinking you take another devotion. And here I think you well I think you go Black Star. We don't need the energy. But more relics could help. I don't know how they would help. But I really don't want to limit my card choices because what if we take a lesson learned? I mean, it's late. Maybe we shouldn't take a lesson learned. Maybe the extra energy is okay. This is an interesting one. More relics or 1 extra energy. We don't need any more cards. I think the deck is kind of set right now. We need upgrades, but it's hard to get. More energy means we would take less damage on elite fights, but more relics means we would get more relics from elite fights. Ah! I'll go Black Star. I think because we already have 5 energy, we can make it work. It's late in the run for this, but, you know, here's hoping. We have to get the Burning Elite, so we have to go this path. Could use more Wallops Protects. Well, we've only found 1 Wallop and no Protects on the entire run, so unfortunately it's one of those situations where we just haven't had the opportunity to get it. I think Omniscience Fasting is what we want here. We'd get enough block and we're going to have a lot of strength and dex to play a lot of good cards. Although, because it's not upgraded, it's less important to play. Maybe a devotion would be better, or maybe even just a worship. Hold on. Yeah, I think you just go straight into worship. So now we have 4 energy, and you are dead. And like this, just to hit you. Okay, turn 1 kill, gotta love it. Crescendo, like water. If you're in calm, gain block. No, not what we want. Okay, I mean, this is a pretty straightforward turn. Pray and prostrate. We're already halfway to divinity. Worship will get us there. I would like to do damage, add an insight, do more damage. I want to add the insight so that we can draw, get more draw with Ink Bottle, draw what we need to draw. This might be what we need, actually. Omniscience, Worship, we can kill an enemy. We'll draw, we can kill another enemy. Well, not with Eruption, we can't. This is an awful turn. What about doubling up on Insight? It's expensive as hell and would leave us with 1 energy. That seems bad. What about doubling up on Prostrate? We'd have 10 block and we'd enter divinity. That would make this kill an enemy. There'd be 19 damage on the board, and we'd have 10 block. We would get draw. Hopefully the draw would give us something we can play. This is stupid. I didn't get what I wanted, but, I mean, you never know. Maybe you would. 33 damage. Not quite enough to kill you. Not enough to kill you. Almost enough to kill you. Give me that devotion. We'll take 9. Well, we're actually going to take more than 9. We're going to take 12. That's a horrible turn, though. Like, we just didn't have what we needed in hand, which is more blocks, really. Let's be honest. At least they're all dead, but... Surprisingly, we kill things quickly. We just still need more better draws, which... You know, after we do our setup is a little bit easier to do because you get all the insights into your draw pile, but it's hard to do before then. Deceive reality, probably. Maybe even a talk to the hand sash whip. Devotion. Acceptable. 5 block. Actually, you're dead. We only need 1 block. There you go. Again, I'm like, well, what if you just double up on Mantra Gain? You'd get extra energy, but you won't have the card draw necessary. What else could we Omniscience? I mean, if you go fasting... If you go fast... I mean, you could double up on a Wallop. I didn't even think about that. No, on last combat, it wasn't in the draw pile. If we double up on a Wallop, that's 24 damage and 24 block. Unless they both hit this guy. But we can still at least put in a safety. This guy is exploding on this turn, though. Ugh. And he's exploding. Perfect. Well, there is an out, believe it or not. This is the out. I can't believe that worked. We got a very good card draw there. Wow. Alright, you're dead. You're dead. Yeah, got him! Oh hey, we have triple damage. If only we could draw an attack. There we go. How about a 63 damage, zero energy card? Signature move. You know, another attack that's super high damage. I'm gonna add it. We have 5 energy, we can probably play it. It's awkward to play sometimes, but if we can play it, we're gonna be super happy to have it. It might thicken up the deck a little bit, but this deck is already just so weird. I don't even really know where I'm going with it. It's kind of just strange. Wrong attack. Better attack. Talk to the hand. No, we shouldn't have done that. We should have done it like this. Because now we can gain a lot of block, and all of a sudden this is 92 damage. Really, Divinity Wallop would be the best block we could ask for if we could actually get it to work. What if we double up on Eruption? It'll be 9 and then 18, and then this will do another... Well, it's actually not going to be 9 because we're weak. Doubling up on Eruption seems silly. I mean, doubling up on Prey means we do triple damage and we get energy, and then we can actually play the rest of our cards for more block. Yeah. This is a bit of a silly turn, but I believe in it. Man, I'm so freaking weak. We're actually going to take a little bit of damage there, and you're almost dead. Took 12. I mean, that's not a little bit of damage, but... 8 being weak. Study, protect, sash whip. Hey, a protect. Upgrade a card. We have to consider this very carefully. Omniscience is cheaper. Devotion would give us more mantra. Study is cheaper. I think you go fasting. Getting the extra strength and dex matters, and it means that I'm more likely to Omniscience this card. But that's a benefit that's going to last us throughout the entire fight. So we'll go for it. We are going to get card draw. I'm going to take Study. The added cards are nice because they increment slowness. Omniscience. Pray and Worship gives you the energy back, but you don't get any benefit out of playing them. I really want to Omniscience Fasting, even though we are not going to have a lot of energy. Maybe we should Omniscience Devotion instead. That way we gain a lot of mantra every single turn. If we just play the other Devotion, though, we're still gaining 4 mantra passively. That's pretty good. What if instead we do like a doubled up Evaluate or upgraded Prostrate? Problem is, I want to play Omniscience and I want to play Protect, but I can't. I don't want to take 13 damage if I can avoid it. I would still like to remove cards if at all possible. But if we play Prostrate, we take 4. We have 10 block if we play Prostrate. And then we can play... what? Nothing. I don't want to play Omniscience for 10 block. 8 strength, 8 dex goes a long way, though. Am I okay taking 13 damage? Because if I double up on fasting, I can't block. You know what? Don't play Omniscience. If you can't play it, you can't play it. It's okay. We can always play it later. We don't need to play it now. Now please draw good attacks. That's a good attack. That's a good attack. Thank you very much. More draw. That's a very good card. Thank you very much. $165 damage, 240. That's, you know, pretty happy with that. Even though we didn't double down on anything on the last turn, I'm pretty happy with the result of that. By the way, we might be able to Prostrate again and enter Divinity one more time. Oh, hey, there you go. There's another Divinity. So there's another 141 damage. Dude, that was an insanely good fight. Auto healing when you rest is nice. Strike Dummy will only upgrade 1 card. Gain block, the next attack you play costs 0. We do have a lot of expensive attacks. Wallop, Reach Heaven, Signature Move. I could see Swivel working well. Tranquility and Third Eye also pretty good. Like, scrying for good cards on a future turn while providing decent block. I'll freaking take it. I'll freaking take it. Also, we're going this path, please. Rest. We'll auto-heal. Remove a card. Fight an elite. Get to another shop. I would still take Apotheosis. That is probably one of the best cards we could ask for. Don't have the energy to play Eruption, Reach Heaven, and Signature Move. Although, Eruption, Reach Heaven would block for 32 on its own. And considering that being in the Wrath state doesn't really matter for the Transient as long as you can attack on a turn, you know, as long as you get A through Violence, or A Wallop, you're usually pretty happy. I'd hate playing it now and then not drawing attacks, though. Am I okay taking a little bit of damage? I mean, I kind of am. I want this as a backup. For a turn almost like this one, but luckily we got him. We'll get Divinity every other turn now. Well, nearly every other turn, so there's Divinity there. We only need to survive for one more turn, so we're probably okay. With Worship, I think we're fine. If we insight into Bowling Bash, Sash Whip, Reach Heaven, they should do enough damage against him, so I'm gonna play them. Play this. Especially with the strength up. There we go, because now we can Reach Heaven, Sash Whip, take no damage, keep through violence, and next turn we will hopefully Divinity, although I guess it's not guaranteed. But if we hold on to the Insight, maybe. I don't want to Worship on that turn because we would just gain 3 energy. Actually, we might not even gain the energy. I don't know if entering Divinity twice in a turn even does anything. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Alright, we're fine. Divinity, through violence. That sound effect is garbage. It sounds completely broken is the problem for me. So that was a 422 damage turn. And we put up 72 block. That's pretty good. I'll take an upgraded card. If I find good cards or upgraded cards, I'm just going to take them because they're better than the cards that we have right now. That's basically going to be my motto. So I'm going to tell you what. This is a Wallop turn. And actually what I mean by that is not Wallop. This is a Worship turn. We'll have 4 energy. This will be a kill. This will do 39 damage. We'll draw a card. I think killing an enemy on turn 1 is pretty sweet. So there's 81 damage. And there's 39. You know what? What we should do is we should kill the one who's buffing, because we have enough block. Then we'll third eye for the next turn, which will be a probably fasting Talk to the Hand, Reach Heaven, because it's guaranteed to get a kill on one of them. In which case we'll keep the Evaluate for block as well. That should hopefully give us enough, and that's a pretty good opening move. Opening up to a a Divinity on your first turn is pretty good. We probably didn't need to Talk to the Hand him, but I don't think it's going to matter anyways. Got him. We can't take potions. Sands of Time. I think we have enough high damage attacks. We don't need Sands of Time. Yes, it retains, but so does Reach Heaven. Yes, this will eventually be free. But, is that enough? Maybe it is enough. Maybe it is enough. Because then you can hold this and then just do... How much damage is it? 78 damage? For free? It does seem unnecessary, especially with the Brilliance. Yeah, let's skip it. Actually, I really like this path. Rest for healing, remove a card. Yeah, although we could do 2 elites. Two elites with 2 rests in between. All right, you know what? You've convinced me, game. Potions always appear after... Can I get rid of Sozu, please? It's too late. It's too late for the Sozu. We can always bail and get the shop if we want. But... Oh, we're so close to Divinity. We'll kill you. Hit you. I could do an... You know what? I think it's worth killing him. I don't know if the Reptomancer has like a higher or lower chance of attacking if the dagger's alive, but I really wanted to get that kill. And I really like the worship here because it will give us an energy refund. And we're going to get draw from it. So then your kill. We're probably not going to play Devotion. We'll take 4 damage. I like Signature Move because it's cheap. Prostrate will give us 3 mantra. I think you get rid of these 2. That'll be your next turn. I wish we could have played Devotion, but maybe we'll get Omniscience Devotion. No, didn't get it. And now to play Signature Move, I have to play 3 Violence, but that's still a 60 damage attack if we play it. Which I guess I'll do. That's about the same damage that you would get by saving the 0 energy attack and playing it like on this turn. So, what do we got? Protect for 32. I kind of like the Omniscience. Unfortunately, there is no additional mantra in our draw pile, so I can't get Divinity and then hit with a Wallop. If I draw with Insight, we'll draw a 3rd card thanks to Ink Bottle, but do I just want to double up on Protect on this turn? I think I do. We won't have the energy to play the Wallop, but we might still draw a Defend. Sozu sucks. I mean, with the change to White Beast statue not being a boss relic, and with the inclusion of doubled potion efficiency relic, which is a boss relic, Sozu does have slightly less efficacy, but I still like it for the energy. If only I could exit state, but I can't. I want the energy. All right, we're gonna double up on Protect. We get some card draw. We did get a basic Defend, although, honestly, you take him out, you take no damage. So, we lost the Protect, but we're still taking no damage. You're doing 32 damage, which is not that bad. Worship is insanely good here. In fact, I think you would 3rd Eye into good draw and then Worship for triple damage. So 3rd Eye into attacks, like Brilliance. Worship, get your energy, and then you're doing 114 damage in 1 card. Then you get Mango and Bottled Flame. Wish. Omniscience Wish is pretty good. Battle him for a Smite. We don't need it. I'll take the Wish. Maybe if we can Omniscience it, yay, is all I'm gonna say there. Now, what attack do I want in hand? Talk to the hand. Okay, simple, but effective. Then auto heal. We'll toke and remove a. At this point, probably a basic strike. Maybe Eruption. We're not entering Wrath anymore. I'm going to remove Eruption first. The Strike still has the synergy with Strike Dummy. It's 12 damage for 1. But we're never entering Wrath at this point. I have 7 energy. I actually need it. So, Fasting. Talk to the hand. I don't think you play Signature Move. We take 2 damage, but we have a lot of setup done, and on the next turn we are going to hit our double damage state. So I think you just Protect on this turn. Well, I think you reach Heaven. Hope you draw it, and now you have triple damage. This is a very good Wallop. Little Sash Whip. I really wish that was upgraded, by the way. We'll Prostrate. Give us a Deceive. Give us a vigilance. It's a very good turn. Play the defend increment ink bottle. Don't play pray. Instead, study, reach heaven. Can't reach heaven and third eye. I think you third eye and you dump a couple of cards at random, and you want Omniscience next turn to Omniscience Brilliance and kill him immediately. Well, I guess we're not going to shuffle unless I play the Insight, so we're going to have to Insight. But you just want to Omniscience Brilliance and kill him, because it'll kill him in one hit, so... And we actually could wish for gold. Yeah, why not? I mean, we have 10 energy, so give me the gold. Kill him. We get Pair. 100 max HP is really good, and Gambling Chip, which is incredible. We don't need the energy. Don't need Madness. We can easily get rid of the Curse, but I don't need the healing. I'm just going to take 5 max HP away. We'll Toke, remove one more card. Probably a Bowling Bash, I think, at this point would be good to remove. It's not really synergizing very well. It is pretty good, you know, with the Vira to do damage to the Spire enemies, but really I think that's all going to be about Wallop, Reach Heaven, Divinity, not Bowling Bash. I could remove a Defend, but it's still a block. I'm going to remove the Bowling Bash. It served us well. I think it's time to say goodbye. Now, are we okay with this turn? What are we omnisciencing, etc., etc.? Double fasting is still pretty good. Double devotion would be nice because we could get 6 mantra every single turn. Wish for strength. I think you just go fasting. Make the prostrates free. Increase your block. Basically increase your value per card, so you don't have to play as many cards against him. So yeah, I think you probably Omniscience fasting. We only have 3 energy, but we can, you know, enter Calm. Whenever we enter Divinity, we're going to get 3 energy back, plus Calm energy. You know. I know I'm not using Gambling Chip, but I really didn't want to draw the card, honestly. So then, talk to the hand, make you weak. Gain block, taking a little bit of damage. Maybe we should have played a Vigilance instead of a weakness. I don't think it's going to matter. And dude, I mean, I'll be honest, wishing for strength seems pretty good, but we do have a devotion that I want to play. We could also wish for plated armor or gold. So you know what? I am gonna devotion. I'm doing that just to make sure that we can divinity as much as possible. I can play 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it doesn't really change anything, except I play this one instead of the strike. Okay. 1 prostrate will hit divinity. There we go. And we have a lot of attacks. This seems like a great turn. We prostrate. Reach Heaven. Signature move. It's 147 damage. He's already flipping. Honestly, let him flip. So he's going to heal. If we can't kill him, we should buff ourselves. So there's our divinity. And he's not even doing anything on this turn. What are you doing? So there's divinity next turn if we play worship. Let's hit him for 87. Let's worship because we have the energy. Insight. Reach Heaven. Third Eye for next turn. We want Wallop. We don't need the prostrates, so we're going to try to draw through them. You're dead. You are absolutely dead. He's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. You hit ya, you hit ya, you hit ya. All right, easy fight. Wallop plus Divinity every turn would be amazing if only we had a hologram. I don't know how. I don't know how we're doing so well with no upgrades, but it's only Ascension 9, and to be fair, we have a lot of good cards, a few of which are upgraded. So Toke and remove what does not work. Honestly, we play everything. Wish might not work, but it's only one card, and it's strength when you play it, which I kind of would like. I think you just dump a defend, although dumping a strike is also good, so that you can get to your more powerful cards faster. Now, unfortunately, strike dummy is useless, but oh well. I do like a Panacea. Panacea fasting is amazing. I also like Pocket Watch for draw. I also like Protect, even though it is expensive at its current cost. I honestly like Strawberry, but I think you gotta go Panacea. Panache is actually not that bad if you can double it. Pocket Watch is never going to go off. Pocket Watch might go off on the first turn, but I suppose with 5 energy, it's probably not going to go off, is it? It's not like we're playing a bludgeon build. Bludgeon, 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 end your turn, get more bludgeons. I like everything else, so maybe we'll dump a defend. And replace it with a protect. We'll buy max HP. And we could get another Sash Whip, but I'm just gonna go. I hate that the left guy is attacking on turn 1. We don't have anything that's going to apply against their artifact immediately. So what do you get rid of, what do you keep? I think you keep Wallop. There's a small chance that we can enter Divinity on turn 1. But I would like to play Devotion, so at the very least maybe we can enter Divinity on turn 2. Holding on to Protect also seems nice for block, but I think we need to get more powerful cards out immediately. Well, it's not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible. These are never getting better. Devotion means that the Prey card on the next turn enters Divinity. And we drew. And we drew Fasting. We should have, well, I mean, we had to play the 2 cards to draw Fasting, but Fasting is what we want. So now, honestly, I think you block. This will do 17 block. We'll have 27 block. We'll need some more. We can play the other Protect, which I'm going to do. So now you are doing 40 damage, but we have Omniscience. So if we Omniscience into Worship, we'll get extra damage. This will do 44, 88, 132. It's not enough to kill you. So if it's not enough to kill you, what do we do? It is true that if we double up on Deceive Reality, then we can get a lot more block, but we don't have the energy to play it. Like, we would need the energy from Divinity to play Signature Move, and then we can play one more card, which we can't even use to kill you. Now, I could kill the left guy. but that still means we're only blocking 9, we're going to take 31 damage. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Do we slow play the fight? Do we try to do it quickly? Like, we could double up on Prey or Worship. If we like, the best block that we have is Evaluate. That is 20 block. That means we take 11. But we take 11 damage and do nothing on this turn, versus taking 31 damage and killing an enemy. But we don't have any heals. Unless we get Pantograph. Could happen. The Evaluate is draw, you are correct, but... I mean, I suppose if we double up on Evaluate, we're likely to get Prey. But the problem is we have... I mean, we could get Brilliance. How much can we draw next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be at 7. We'll probably be able to draw to Brilliance? And then Brilliance would do 26 times 3. It would do like 75 damage. That's still not enough to kill. Art of War next turn? That's true. If we Divinity out of Devotion and like a Prey, though, we'll have plenty of energy to play our hand. That's not the problem. The problem is energy on this turn. Okay, so let's run the math, right? Worship, Prey. That's an extra 9, 10, 11, 12, 6. That's 18 mantra. So Brilliance will do 16 plus 18, or 34 damage, 35 thanks to Vyra, 36, 37. It'll do 38 damage. 38 times 4 is 114 damage, and he's going to have block. So we need another attack. We do have one in Reach Heaven. I think he only adds 30 block, which means this will kill him. Reach Heaven and Brilliance, but we have to play both Worship and Prey and enter our Divinity state, but we should be able to do that with the insights from Evaluate. This guy on the right will take a turn off on the next turn. We don't even need to put a block if we kill the guy on the left. The problem is if he puts up 99 block, because at some point, elites are tougher. I think it's Ascension 18, where the Spire Shield puts up 90 block instead of 30. But I think right now he's only putting up 30 block, so I think it actually does make sense to Evaluate. He also took 5 extra damage. And also that was a lot more block than I was expecting, because Evaluate wasn't 10. It looked like it was 10. It was actually 10 plus 5 thanks to Dexterity, so we're only taking 1 damage. That's much better. Right, but now we're in Divinity. We didn't draw any draw cards. Oh, come on. Both the insights are at the bottom. Well, we can still put up a decent amount of block, but this is what I was worried about, is not being able to actually kill this guy. So in that case, well, we should still face you. Third Eye. Vigilance. Oh! Right, we got it! Hold on. We can do it. Worship, Pray. We got to re-enter Divinity now. Okay, there we go. We have 5 energy. You're dead. You take 72 damage. Oh, we've done it. Ink bottle draws that insight, says chat. I completely forgot about it. I even mentioned it on the previous turn. It's like, it's gonna be at 7. We're gonna draw another card. Yo, this turn sucks. Well, we easily have enough block. And we're gonna be Divinity in... We're gonna Divinity next turn. So we want Signature Move and we want Reach Heaven. So, block. That's not the card I want. Ink Bottle. It's a positive and a negative, but at least we have signature move. And we have Wallop as well. Alright, you are screwed. Okay. We took 1 damage, and we got... Oh, hey, the first attack does 8 damage. And you can put a power in your hand. You can put a power in your hand. Double fasting is nice, but I think we need the energy. So a single fasting is probably ideal. And actually, if we can draw Panacea, we can keep the energy. So I'm gonna put the fasting in hand. The extra dex from this is gonna be very good against the vulnerability plus frailty we're gonna get. So I honestly think I go really hard on getting Panacea, which I did add, right? Okay, good. And if we don't get Panacea, maybe we can at least get like a... I don't know what, we only have 5 energy. We'll see. We got Panacea. Now, do we want the energy, or do we want to not be vulnerable? I think we want the energy. So, Panacea, fasting. I think you evaluate. I think you devotion. Omniscience going into the discard kind of sucks a little bit, but I like it. Because now, with all the insights that we're hopefully going to be adding, we can actually play more cards, which I like. Even on turns in which we need, blocks and we don't have attacks or, Divinity Wallop, etc., etc. So even right now, I'm like, okay, well, let's block. Draw. Seems like a good Wallop turn. We're not going to Divinity. 4, 5, 6. We would need an extra 2, and we're not drawing on this turn with Ink Bottle. So we might as well just do what we can and then Wallop. He's doing 45 damage. Next turn, what do we want? Worship pays for itself and does a lot of damage. Dump the Daze. I'd like a Deceiver. I mean, I really wanted Wallop on this turn. Is this an okay turn next turn? I think it is. Then give me the Prey for the Insight, the Defend. We take literally 0 damage. And you're doing 67. Didn't need Worship, miscalculated. I mean, we did draw the Insight from Prey, which is why I played Prey in the first place, so that's good to have. See Reality, draw, study, devotion. block or 12 block and exhaust the slime. Okay, there's like 40 damage that we're taking, but that's the vulnerability turn. There's not much you can do to avoid it, for the most part. Gain that strength. I think the strength is more important than plated armor, because if we get hit by the X attack, the plated armor is going to go away anyways. Now he's doing 60 damage. God damn. Well, we'll hit you for 144. Hopefully draw a Wallop. We could double Wallop. Or we could double, like, talk to the hand. Ugh. I mean, Wallop right now is way more than enough block, and it's going to do a lot of damage. Are we okay trying to, like, rush this guy down, starting now? I have 7 energy. I can probably play a lot of blocks. Trying to think. Maybe we just try to draw Wallop. It's coming up next. Sounds good to me. Oh, and thank you, Ink Bottle. So Wallop is going to give us enough block on its own. Sash Whip will help punch through the artifact. I'm going to play a Worship to make sure that we're entering Divinity again as quickly as possible. We'll put a block in hand. That's a pretty good turn. $47 damage. That seems pretty easy, especially with a Prey. Brilliance is going to do about 180 on its own. We might be able to kill him within 3 turns, I'd like to say. We're also going to draw 1 more card. Hopefully it's that Insight. So Brilliance, 186 damage. I'm going to do a Protect Safety first. The reason is, I would rather draw the Insight now as opposed to drawing a Through Violence. And if we draw like a Prostrate or something that gives us Mantra, the Brilliance will do more damage. By the way, we're going to enter triple damage on the next turn as well, because we're at 8 of 10. So we might as well play that, and then play this, and you're dead! We're going to kill him. We're taking 2 damage, but he's going to be dead, because we're Divinity again. And we're going to be Divinity again after this. I don't care about taking like 1 damage. There's the Evaluate. Play the Insight. We'll play the other Evaluate. We'll play another Insight. Talk to the hand. Reach Heaven. Now we've got 2 Through Violences. There's 1. There's the other. There we go. Easy. Easy peasy. No problems at all. No upgrades through the entire run, other than what we managed to get or, make happen through the Whetstone. And all due to just massive amounts of Divinity and a couple of good turns of Wallop. I suppose if you do enter Divinity every single turn, Wallop is damage and block. You don't really need any more block in your deck. Like if you just have Wallops, that's 30 block for 2. That's extremely good. I mean, Protect is 12 block for 2, not upgraded. But I mean, that run, we got a little bit lucky that we even had some upgraded cards. But I think we got lucky with the cards that we were able to take. Getting Prostrate, Worship, and Prey, along with Omniscience and Devotion, and Brilliance, gave us many opportunities to get into triple damage when we needed it, and the Brilliance was a good finisher on certain fights, even though we didn't have too many attacks in the deck. You don't need too many attacks when your attacks do 150 damage a card for 1 energy, and even the Reach Heavens, having the Through Violence doing 80 damage for 0 on a future turn, that's good setup that we could afford. So that was a pretty good run. Scary when you can't upgrade your deck. I do love getting upgrades whenever possible, but we made it work. And honestly, we got a lot of relics at a Black Star. Nothing super helpful, but even just getting Mango, Pear, and Strawberry, that's 30 max HP, 31, that really did give me higher hopes of living and surviving on this run, because we could take a hit and still keep on trucking. Gambling Chip is amazing. Bottle Tornado Fasting worked. We did Panacea the energy negation that we would have otherwise had from fasting. Maybe it would have been worth it to just go down to 4 energy and avoid vulnerability, but I mean, it worked. What's to say that we made the wrong decision, because it worked and we won. So, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch if I want to go live, support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Slay the Spire.